What's up, everybody? This is GreyMan here, and we're going to be doing a review on the SUNGLIFE Solar Crank NOAA AM and FM weather radio. We're going to dive into what this thing has to offer and put it through its paces and see what's good with it, man. So stay tuned for the review. Let's get into this. What's up, everybody? This is GreyMan here. So I was sitting at my desk. What did you guys think? What did you guys think about that little quick intro? I was messing with that a couple nights ago in regards to trying to play with the flashlight. You know what I mean? Trying to show that off. But anyways, so I was sitting at my desk. I was going to go ahead and finish up the review on the SUNGLIFE here, and I was like, you know what? It's late, but it's cooled down a lot. I was in the garden this morning, and I was like, you know what, let me just go out, take a walk, and I found this beautiful place out here that I figured I would finish up this review on this little portable NOAA radio. So we're gonna go ahead and check this out. I'm gonna find a spot to, to hang out and go over this radio and see if it's worthwhile. All right. So, but yeah, figured I'd come out here and show you this beautiful little spot. The heat is getting up, so I decided to go somewhere very shaded. So. Not going to do too many cuts or any editing on that stuff like that. I'm going to do just a kind of a quick little rundown of this guy. But yeah, so let's see what we got. Alright, so today we are going to be diving into the SUNGLIFE. Basically, it's an NOAA portable radio. If you can see here, it has a solar bar on the top of here. Also, behind it, you have this crank, to charge up the batteries. You can also put that crank back up. You can also, which I haven't done yet, is put 3 AAA batteries in there as well in the back. And they even take it a step further where you can charge it via USB right there. You can see inside there. And maybe I'll put some graphics up or something you can see closer, but right down there is a USB. I think it has a 2000 milliamp battery built in, which you can also plug this in to charge your phone if you have the proper cords for so. So I thought that was kind of cool. So you have 4 ways. You have the solar, the crank, the batteries, and via USB charging. So I thought that was kind of cool. You had the flashlight, which you saw at the beginning of the video. I don't want to see much of it there, but there you can kind of see it in the camera. So you have the flashlight. It has a couple different settings on here. If you have it on AAA and whatnot, let me see if I can get that closer to the camera, where it says AAA. Then you have your lithium ion. You have an SOS thing here, which is really loud and kind of annoying. But just wanted to show you some of the things on the radio itself. You got this little lanyard here, with the clip. You can clip it to your pack or whatnot. It's not too bad. I don't know how hard you can hit it, yank on it, but it's on there pretty good. You know what I mean? It has a rubberized outer coating on the outside here. Most of the buttons are rubber. Other than these buttons here, these are kind of like a plasticky, kind of like, let's say, chrome painted plasticky buttons here. But they seem to work pretty well. And like up here, you have your flashlight and whatnot. And then your power button for the light right there. You can take this beam here. I don't know if you guys can see me do this here. I'm trying to get closer to the camera. As you can see, you can kind of play with that focus of that light, for a more wide beam or more of a focus beam. When you have that light on, it'll, kind of bring it up and down there. I kind of see that too much on the camera because it is daylight, so you're not going to be able to see much of that. But, and then, like I said, here's a speaker on the front. I mean, these things are pretty big. So you got your little antenna here on the back. It's just like a basic little radio. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. I got it tuned into my weather station. I'm going to go, so here you got your volume, you're on and off right here, on the side here. I'm going to turn that on.
A moderate up on the intracoastal waters. Thursday night, south winds 10 to 15
I'm assuming
knots.
I can't get copyrighted for listening to weather radio.
With a dominant period 8 seconds. A light chop on the intracoastal waters. Friday, south winds 5 to 10 knots, becoming southeast 10 to 15 knots in the afternoon.
Now, if you want me, I was thinking about putting on the radio aspect because you can tune the radio through here, but then I'd probably get copyrighted because I'm listening to a radio and some song and stuff like that. So I can't really do that. Like I said, the antenna's not too bad. And length, I'm assuming the way it is, you kind of want to be a little careful with it. It is pretty durable. You know, you can kind of, bounce it around and whatnot. What I do like about it is the rubberized coating. You know what I mean? It does feel good in the hand. It's very portable, something to throw in a pack. I'll give you the exact weights and measurements here. Once I get back into the office or whatnot, I'll throw some stuff up on the screen to give you all that basic stuff. But even out here, as you can see, I don't know if you can see this red light here on there, if you can see that on camera or not. That means it's charging. Even this little bit of light that's coming through the trees here, it is charging as we sit here. So I thought that was kind of cool. So you don't need even full direct sunlight. Of course, the more sunlight you have, the faster it'll charge. And I was looking at this here. This is pretty inset, pretty good. This little solar panel right there across the thing. Other than that, you know what I mean, I think it would make a nice little, disaster emergency preparedness radio. You can't see me beating on it, but I'm beating on it on the side of this log here. And I think the rubberized coating is going to go ahead and take care of that. So it can take a punch. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say drop it from, 10 stories or whatnot. I don't know if it can handle that. It would be fun to do that, right? I'm pretty sure some folks would be like, Gray, go out and drop it off a building that's 10 stories up. Which would be pretty funny. But that's about the gist of it. I'll put a link down in the description to this radio. SUNGLIFE had sent me this radio to kind of do a review. It's my first one that an actual company has reached out to me. Also want to say thank you to Malabar at Quebec Homestead who referred SUNGLIFE to me. She has reviewed some of their products as well. She sent them my way for their kind of prepper stuff that they have because they also have some homesteading things made by that company as well. But we'll see. Some of their equipment so far, I've had this for about 2-3 weeks now, about 2 weeks. I charged it once, and I put it and let it charge. I have not put batteries in there. I just wanted to see how long I can get out of it, and I let the radio play an entire day, basically. I guess I could have recorded that, but I didn't see the sense of it because you can't really hear the sound of it, you know what I mean, on YouTube, playing the radio and whatnot. And it probably finally died out on me, I had it on low in my office running, probably about a day and a half, maybe almost 2 days, I don't know, which was surprisingly. I mean, I had the radio on low, maybe if you have it blasting or whatnot, but I was surprised. And the crank feels pretty good. It doesn't feel too gimmicky. It does have a, like I said, rubberized coating on this crank here when you're running it like that. But it is going to, that being said, it is going to burn a lot more calories as you're, pumping that. But in an emergency situation, I think it can come in handy. So that's basically my review of this little SUNGLIFE radio. Hopefully I did a good enough job for these folks. I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't know what else to really say about it. I'm probably going to keep this, being that I live in Hurricane Alley, as I call it, here in Florida. So I think it's going to make a nice little addition to my emergency preparedness gear. It's nice to have. I have a different one, a larger one, an older one, and it's nice to have this one here. I think these run around anywhere from 25 to 30 bucks. I will put one of my Amazon affiliate links down below. And of course, if you do click on that link, it will, if you purchase something like this through that link, it'll support the channel somewhat. I like to be upfront about that in regards to the Amazon affiliate links. But yeah, so other than that, man, I think it's pretty cool. That's about the gist of it. SUNGLIFE radio there. And I think it comes in pretty handy. So I'm going to go ahead and, maybe I'll do a follow-up review, maybe, 6 months down the road and see, put it through some more paces. I put it, I sprayed it with the hose because I was curious, and it didn't really mess anything up. So I think it's probably not waterproof, but it's probably like, weather resistant. I probably should look inside the manual and whatnot and say it is. But I just wanted to see if it's raining out in the wild, you know what I mean, and I'm out doing a hike and I have this radio with me, is it going to fail on me? So it didn't. It didn't after I sprayed it with the hose a few times, just to kind of test that. And I guess I should show stuff like that on the video. But like I said, this is my first actual review that someone sent me. But I wanted to get more on the technical side of things and a little bit more about the radio. And like I said, maybe I'll do a follow-up on this. But so I want to say thank you, SUNGLIFE, for sending me this, and thank you, Mallory, for directing SUNGLIFE my direction. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, please. If this was something that you're interested in, if you guys want me to do more reviews of stuff like this that get sent to me. I've had a few other companies reach out to me. Some of them I turned down just because it just didn't seem like it fit my channel. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Other than that, that's about wraps it up, man, for this review. I will be live tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Late Night with Gray, so I'll see most of you folks there. Truly appreciate it. You know, always love to see you wonderful folks in chat. And that about wraps it up. So this is GreyMan. I'm out. I'll see you guys on the rebound. God bless. Take care.